12 win with log bait. A lot of people are saying it's a pretty bad deck, but we got it, boys. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jake, aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with the original log bait. We're going to be jumping straight into some games, and hopefully we can get a juicy 12-win grand challenge. So let's get right into it. We're going to go Ice Spirit at the river, and this guy's already going in blazing hot with a Lava Hound. So you know what's up, guys. We need to end up going and pressuring opposite lane, so we can easily go in for a high Inferno Tower, so we can go and snipe this Lava Hound before he's able to actually get anything supporting it. He doesn't have bats to block, so we're doing fine. He's probably going to go in for like a Flying Machine after. No, he just goes in for a Lava Hound, and that's just going to die to this Princess, so I'm fine with that. The entirety of the clones just die here. And the Princess is actually potty trained, so that feels good, man. He's going to end up going for a Flying Machine or a Lumberjack or a Skarmy here, so we'll have to wait and see. I would love for him to go for a Flying Machine, then I just Ice Spirit after, so I'm okay with this transaction. The tower will be able to finish it off. The Ice Spirit's just going to perpetually stun the Flying Machine, and we only take one hit, so it's not too bad. We know he's going to either drop a Lumberjack or he's going to end up dropping a Skarmy here, so we'll have to wait and see. If he drops Skarmy, we log. Otherwise, we're just chilling. He's going to drop Lumberjack, so alright, he's not about the life of dropping Skarmy. We dropped a lot of Elixir there, though, so I need to be able to defend this adequately. And that means I need to end up just trying to distract the Baby Dragon for a little bit longer. If that happens, then I think we're doing okay. We end up killing the Baby Dragon. He tried to clone that like an absolute savage, and we know he's only going to end up having Skarmy and Cycle, so we're going to end up logging it. Well, I guess you could drop Flying Machine, but you're going to retain damage from the Knight, so it's not really a good decision on your end. Especially if I'm able to go for a Goblin Gang, so then we protect our Princess a little bit longer, maybe. It wasn't able to get protected. Unfortunately, the Goblin Gang was not able to slither ahead of the Princess to protect her. They're not true sirs, guys. That's why they're not nobility like the Knights and the Princes, you know? End up going in for a Goblin Barrel here. He still has, like, not dropped Skarmy ever. I don't really know why he hasn't, but we'll just deal with it, I guess. I can go for a Princess, so then it ends up sniping the Baby Dragon and doesn't get hit. And then I go for an Ice Spirit, so then the Baby Dragon ends up dying to that. It waits a little bit before it ends up almost hitting the Ice Spirit again, so I dropped it as far away as possible as well. And then we're going to end up going for another pretty big push on the other side, just so he's going to maybe overextend on defending. If he does that, then he won't have Elixir to defend here. Oh, he's going to end up having Barbarians, so I thought he was going to end up having Skarmy the entire time. I almost went for some pre-logs. That would have been pretty bad for me. Anyway, we're going to try to stock up as much on defense as possible here. We're going to end up going for a higher Ice Spirit as well. And notice where I dropped my Inferno Tower. If you guys play any type of control deck, I'm sure you guys know that that is the best placement for every single Inferno Tower, just so the Flying Machine isn't able to snipe it. Because if you drop it in the corner, the Flying Machine has much higher capabilities of sniping then. So if I drop it like here, the Flying Machine dropped here can snipe it. But if I drop it here, the Flying Machine doesn't have that ability. There's no way that a Flying Machine will be able to snipe it as easily in that situation. So we are able to win this game against Lava Hound Clone. Feels great, man. Love asserting dominance against the dirty Lava Hound Clone players. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. I'm going to have my Goblin Gang in case he bridge spams. He's actually going to end up going for a Hog Rider. So we drop Knight in the back as our starting play. And we see Hog Rider. Thinking it might end up being Hog Rider Mortar. That's a pretty popular deck still. And yeah, he's going to end up having the Valkyrie. Alright, dude, I see you. I see you. We got that Cordial Knight about to greet your Valkyrie. And I want to end up going in for a Princess and then an Ice Spirit, because that Valkyrie will not die otherwise. So he doesn't end up having Hog Rider in cycle, but he's actually going to end up having Goblins as well. This is really interesting, guys. So I have to log that back. The Valkyrie's going to end up dying without a single hit on our tower. And then he's going to immediately follow up with another Hog Rider. In this situation, I feel like I have to rocket it. Otherwise, the Ice Spirit is just going to give him too much value, stunning our tower, and then getting the Hog Rider an extra couple hits. Just can't mess around with that. If it's -1 trade to deny all damage because he outcycled me, I'll take that -1 trade. So we know he's going to have a very fast cycle. He's probably going to end up having Executioner. So I want to end up going for a Goblin Barrel off to the side, see if he like ends up going in for... Okay, so he ends up going for the Valkyrie. I think we still get a hit. That's still fine. And I think he's going to end up having Tornado with Executioner, so I just don't want to mess around with him too much. After seeing the Goblins, that's usually what they have. So let's just go in for a Knight here. He went in for a Log, so I could rush opposite, especially since the Valkyrie's out of cycle. Probably going to demand an Executioner here. And he's actually going to end up going in for Goblins. Spear Goblins are still alive. I wonder if one of the Spear Goblins gets damaged. He's going to drop his Executioner now, and he misses the Princess. Heck yeah, boys. He was hoping and praying that that would work out, but man, we are doing well. We also identified what he was rocking too, so I'm pretty happy about our situation. I'm going to go for a Log. Maybe we can end up hitting the Goblins. And now he's like, GG. Yeah, he gave up, man. Early easy W just by finessing him with that Trickster Barrel, knowing exactly that he was going to end up having the Hog Rider, Executioner, NATO deck because we saw Valkyrie, we see Goblins, and I was able to deduce that he had NATO, so I wasn't going to be dropping my Goblin Barrel in any precarious position that allowed him to activate King Tower easily. So a pretty easy game against Justin, and if that wasn't as easy as it was, I was just going to end up rocket cycling him in double elixir because it's impossible for him to break through the Inferno Tower. So if you get a rocket lead early on and you just end up defending against the Hog Rider pushes with Inferno Tower and double elixir, they can never outcycle you due to your faster card cycle, and you'll win the game very easily. Let's go kick off the game with an Ice Spirit. We end up seeing Spear Goblins, so it's probably going to end up being Mortar Bait with Rascals. That's at least what I'm expecting right now, and this is going to be a tough matchup if it is. Ooh, alright, never mind. It'll probably be Mega Knight after we see the Inferno Dragon here. I think it's going to be Mega Knight bait with Skeleton Barrel. I could be wrong, but that's what it's looking like right now. I'm going to end up going in for the Princess here, just so we're able to kill the Goblin Gang. And I think that's going to be good if we can protect our Princess, and then just log right on top here. Definitely need an Ice Spirit. Otherwise, we're in a pretty bad spot against that Inferno Drag, and then we got to make sure that it walks this way towards our Knight and not on our tower. So guys, this is not going to be an easy matchup. I'm sorry to say that this is going to be a little bit tough for us. But I'm optimistic that we can win it if I play it well. So the main thing that I want to keep in mind is I want to cycle a lot of Princesses, so then he's not going to be able to kill it eventually with a Miner, because he only has shown Snowball, right? And I don't want to stack up too much because he's just going to Mega Knight on it. And hopefully we can make something happen where he goes in for like a Goblin Gang here and I can pre-log it. That's what I'm hoping for at least. So yeah, there's the Goblin Gang. We're going to try to get a log down so that we get even more hits. I dropped my barrel at the front of the tower, so then if he drops Goblin Gang, it's just going to get completely pulverized here. We're going to end up going for a Knight and Ice Spirit, so then we can kill the majority of the bats. One bat going towards our Knight is not going to be too big of an issue. And some of the Spear Goblins are going to lock on top of the tower. Feels good, man. Oh, Steven coming through with the damage. Now we're going to go for another Goblin Barrel. He's probably expecting another pre-log, so I don't think he's going to drop anything for a bit. Or if he just goes in for a Snowball, that's fine. We end up still getting one hit, and we're going to end up going for the Princess in the back. He's not going to predict that, right? Oh, he does almost. We end up getting the Goblins down, though, so I think we're doing really, really well. We're going to end up expecting a Mega Knight, so I don't want a Knight here. He does not Mega Knight. I could rocket that, but I feel like that's just a waste of elixir. So let's just Knight in the back, and then make sure that we set up for his next push that he's about to throw down. I really expected him to play a little bit more aggressive, but he's not about it, apparently. I expect him to go in for like another Miner here. If he doesn't, then I'd be a little bit surprised, but other than that, we're going to get a very valuable log on top of the Skeletons and on top of all the spam. And we protect the Princess yet again. So now you guys already know what's good. We're about to win the game because he's going to have to make a Knight here, and then it's just going to cost so much elixir. He's not going to be able to accomplish anything at this point. So we do end up sacking a little bit, but I'm just going to go for the Inferno Tower here. Going to go in for Ice Spirit, make sure that it walks, try to Knight on top of the Miner. And then as long as I'm protecting my Princesses in more situations than he's expecting, he's just going to be losing the game because he can't really break through me at all. And I could even rocket here, but I just don't see the point in it when I know that my Goblin Barrel is generally going to get a lot of damage. So here we go. He's going to be dropping a Mega Knight down instead of dropping a Goblin Barrel, because obviously if he drops a Goblin Gang, because the Goblin Gang could get logged or it could get just eradicated instantaneously. We're going to go Knight here. We're going to go for a Goblin Gang to try to protect our Princess yet again. And we do, so it feels good, man. I'm going to end up going for a log here. Going to go in for the Goblin Barrel. Ice Spirit. We're going to eat a lot of damage on the other side, but it's still fine. And I think we're in a pretty good spot as long as I'm able to protect this. So it's just going to continue to spam me, but it's not really going to matter as long as he doesn't get a Miner on top of the tower. If he gets a Miner on the tower, that could be a little bit scary, but we're just going to go log on top of the barrel. And he ended up dropping a Snowball, so that means that I can go for Goblin Barrel. We have a lot of elixir coming at him, and I think we win the game right here, as long as we get a couple hits. We don't get exactly what I need, but we're still doing pretty fine. I'm going to end up going for another Princess. I'm trying to cycle a lot. I'm going to go in for a log. I'm going to go for a Goblin Gang. And then we need Ice Spirit, just to make sure that we protect it from the Skeletons. So all we need is a little bit more damage, and then I can rocket him out. So I'm going to go for the Goblin Barrel in front. I think that this will break through. He's actually going to go Mega Knight, so we're going to have to rocket in log, and then we'll win the game. So Chi-Chi, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was actually a pleasure playing against you. You're a very good player, but it did not matter. Hey, I actually only needed a rocket there. Did I just, like, completely miscalculate that? Did I, like, BM him, or did I get a Princess hit or something? I don't know. GG and well played, dude. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so we have a Royal Pig Squealer out here, man. We're going to go for the Goblin Barrel, and we're going to go mute him. I actually done goofed. I meant to drop it in the spot that he wasn't able to Tornado, but fortunately he doesn't have Tornado, so I guess we're chilling. and end up going for the Knight in the lane that the Goblin Brawler will appear. We see Snowball and Goblin Brawler, so I think this could be a Lava Hound deck. We'll have to wait and see, though. It's actually going to be Sparky, so that's just a blessing in disguise, guys. We're going to end up going in for a Rocket here, right on top of the Sparky, and we end up getting a lot of chip damage early on. We love to see it. This guy's probably emoting like crazy, but we muted him, so we don't actually have the luxury of seeing that. Or the displeasure of seeing that, actually. Let's go in for a Princess in the back, and we'll see if he's going to end up having like triple spell or double spell. I think after seeing the Snowball, it's very common for people to end up running Lightning and Bard Barrel with it. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just going to go for the Inferno Tower. He's not going to be able to break through this. Even if he ends up going for a Lightning, which he doesn't have Elixir for, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, he's actually going in for the Lightning. He's going to end up getting a little bit of hits from the Spear Goblins, but in reality, it just didn't accomplish too much. I can end up going for an Ice Spirit and a Goblin Barrel here, so then we get a little bit more chip damage, I believe. And we'll see what he wants to do. He's going to go for the Snowball. I think we get a couple more hits because the Ice Spirit connected to the tower. So it just slows down the tower from killing the Goblins that were snowballed back. And we get a couple extra hits there. So I could go Princess at the River. I kind of want to, just because I want him to delay his push. And he's going to end up going for the Goblin Brawl, unfortunately. So I have to go for a Knight here. I'm okay with this. I just want to delay it as much as possible, so then maybe he drops something a little bit later. I also don't want my Knight to go closer to his tower and take more tower damage than necessary. I end up going for a Log here, and the Dark Prince should end up losing its shield. We could get an extra hit. It's going to end up going for a Lightning, so we're going to end up having to go in for that Inferno Tower relatively soon. Let's just go in for the Goblin Gang and then go for a Knight immediately after. So then the Spear Goblins at least stay alive. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. I actually thought he would Lightning. My misplay. I spent a little bit too much Elixir. It's still okay, though. The Inferno Tower is actually going to be a little bit annoying for him for sure. I can go Ice Spirit just to make sure that the Sparky ends up hitting that. And I want to end up going for a Goblin Barrel, and then I want to be able to cycle back to a Goblin Gang if necessary. Which it will be necessary, guys. Trust me. I need to be able to surround that Sparky, make sure it doesn't obliterate me. And I'm doing pretty okay. I actually like our situation. We're just going to end up going for the Inferno Tower. I fully expect him to go Lightning on top of the Princess as well. He does. We're just going to go for the Knight and Ice Spirit, and then we're fine. As long as the Knight's taking the priority, then there's no way that he's even going to get a hit on our tower. So I can consistently go in for these Goblin Barrels. I wonder if he's going to go in for a Sparky or if he's going to end up going. Yeah, alright, he's got Electro. So I'm going to have to rocket everything, I think. I think that's going to be our best bet. And we'll see what he wants to do. Okay, we're definitely going to rocket that now. As long as the Dark Prince's shield is gone, that's going to be pretty good for us. Ooh, Dark Prince. You did not get hit by that rocket. Feels bad, man. Anyway, we're just going to end up going for an Ice Spirit in front of the Knight. So then maybe even get a little bit more chip damage. He's going to go for the Snowball, but the tower is targeting the Knight instead. And you love to see it. I think we're in a pretty good spot as long as I'm able to continuously cycle these princesses. And I'm going to actually not go in for an Inferno Tower because it would just get Lightning. And that's just like not a trade that I'm willing to take. As a result, we actually get a much better trade, a much better transaction. And we didn't waste Elixir on a Lightning that was coming down. So we're just going to continuously go in for more Goblin Barrels since he doesn't have a great way of killing that. We're going to end up going in for a couple more Logs, and we will win this game. So one of the things with Log Bait, if you can't really break through, or if you're not feeling super safe, just go in for Logs, and that's how you're going to be able to win games a little bit quicker. It's just a faster way of cycling down your opponent than going in for Goblin Barrels and trying to rely on that amount of damage. Generally, if they end up having like triple spell, you're going to be Log cycling and dropping princesses at the river until they're in rocket range. And that's just something that I did there. I cycled 2 Logs and then I rocketed and the game was over. So GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance with Log Bait. Original Log Bait is just so satisfying to win with because people just don't expect it. So we got a game against Seabass Lopez. We're going to sauce out an Ice Spirit and we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's cooking. And he is probably going to be dropping something shortly. He's just going to let the Ice Spirit connect, and then he's going to go for the Inferno Dragon. So I'm just going to end up going for the Princess opposite lane of the Inferno Dragon. Not going to rocket that, guys. We're just going to chill and relax a bit. Let's see if he's going to end up having the Mega Knight variation or if he's going to end up running something different. That was really close to my tower. That was really cool. I don't think he's going to end up having the Inferno. I don't think he's going to end up having it, right? There's no way he's going to end up having Tornado to pull that. So the Inferno Dragon is just going to die, and he's going to end up having Ram Rider. So we're going to have to rocket this back, unfortunately. And then I'm just going to go Ice Spirit, so then we minimize the amount of damage from these minions. Yes, I did a negative Elixir trade, but I got a positive Elixir trade against the minions, so it all works out. After seeing the Inferno Dragon, it's making me think that it's not going to be P.E.K.K.A. It's probably going to be Mega Knight with minions and Inferno Dragon. It just doesn't seem like it would ever be P.E.K.K.A. If he's going to end up having an Inferno Dragon and P.E.K.K.A., then he's just wild. Yeah, so there's the Mega Knight. So I want to end up going and cycling my knight in the back just so I end up not leaking elixir. And then I want to end up going for the Inferno Tower soon. I'm actually going for the Goblin Barrel here, and he's going to go for Bandit. So it looks like I actually want to end up going for Goblin Gang. And then my Inferno Tower now. I just want to make sure that we're going to be able to kill that Mega Knight. And as long as the Mega Knight dies, we're in a pretty good spot because I should be able to end up killing the Electro Wizard with just the tower here. I don't think I have to spend anything extra. As long as the tower ends up dying. Hey. Alright. As long as the Electro Wizard ends up dying pretty quickly. One of the minions ended up getting targeted first by the tower, so that was a little bit unfortunate, but still fine. So, let's just go for another Princess in the back on this side, because we know he's got poison, so I don't want him to be able to like, poison everything. He's going to end up going for Inferno Dragon. I'm just going to go for Goblin Barrel here. See if he does anything. Probably minions. That's what I would do if I was him. He's just going to snowball. Depending on the timing, it does get one hit. It's going to end up going for an Inferno Tower because he's not going to be able to break through it. I should be able to like rocket cycle pretty shortly. If this doesn't break through for him and I still have the Inferno Tower, I want to end up going for it. So let's go Ice Spirit. That should be... Oh, it's actually going to jump towards me, unfortunately. And I need to go for the Inferno Tower now. So that was really well played on his end, not going to lie. We're in a really bad spot now. Maybe I'll be able to bounce back, but that was exceptionally well played on his end. He's going to go for the poison, so we need to keep it up. We need to keep up the aggression. We need to go for Goblin Barrels whenever we can. It's going to get a bunch of damage for us, so we're back in business. We're actually back in business. It's a little bit sketchy. He played that so aggressively and so well. I'm going to go for another Inferno Tower here, just to make sure. See if he ends up going in for... Yep, he goes in for Electro instead of poisoning. That's really good for me, actually. Not going to lie. Let's go in for Goblin Gang, and then go in for Goblin Barrel, Ice Spirit, and spam him, because he's going to be dropping things right on top of the Goblin Barrel, right? So the Princess for sure is going to get some damage. And man, we might have actually won the game. I mean, to be fair, this is a really good matchup for me, so I don't feel exceptionally amazing about it, but we'll take the W. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. He played so well to get that damage early on, but we were able to bounce back just because he did not have a sufficient answer to the Goblin Barrel. And guys, we collected 12 win with Logbait. That's not very easy to do, especially in a meta where a lot of people end up having Lightning. So that feels good. Let's go, guys. 12 win with Logbait. A lot of people are saying it's a pretty bad deck, but we got it, boys. Let's go jump right into the chest and see what we can get. So we're going to get some gold. Actually, playing grand challenges on my mini account feels amazing because you end up getting gold and rewards that matter. On my max account, when I'm looking at this stuff, it never really is satisfying. I'm actually going to be able to level up my zap, so maybe I'm able to play P.E.K.K.A on my mini account now. Some bats. I don't really want to play Lava Clone. Stop giving me Barbarians. Fireball is awesome. 2.6, 2.9. Anything that runs Fireball, we got it. We're going to also have RG, so maybe if I play RG Lightning Furnace, I don't know. Heal is something of the past, man. It's like literally an artifact. I don't even want to see that anymore. I don't want to remember the Three Musketeer heal meta. Those are like suppressed and horrible memories. There's no nostalgia from that. End up getting Skeleton Barrel, as you guys saw. It's pretty popular right now with the Mega Knight Skeleton Barrel decks. And we got Tombstone, Lava Hound. Nah, don't really want to play that. I actually even prefer Goblin Cage. Getting Goblins for that Hog Rider Executioner. And then we got Giant Skeletons for either Graveyard or the Tehran Balloon Giant Skeleton with Tesla deck, which I actually really like. So, not too bad. Not amazing, but I am kind of happy about the Fireballs. I wish I got a little bit more Fireballs because that's like one of my favorite cards. And then also Zap is also pretty nice. Pretty wild that we were able to get a 12 win with this deck, but that was a lot of fun.